I just did a fair amount of mining for building materials, and we got a decent amount of granite, a little bit of diorite. We went back to the geode and we got some calcite and smooth basalt. I also made sure to get a decent amount of deep slate as well. Came across a little bit of tuff, so I decided to grab as much as I can. And something interesting I came across, which is a serious iron vein. It was a deep slate iron vein, and I found a solid block of raw iron. Now, I'm not sure if I should keep this as a momentum, as the first raw block of iron I found naturally generated in the wild with a ton of iron, or I should just treat it like regular iron and smelt it. So we'll see how that goes. For now, I'll keep it, and then we'll see if there's any real purpose to keep it. I also fixed my textures, which is nice. Let's combine these pickaxes. I fixed my textures, so finally got my spyglass back, and my shield is the correct way. So that's definitely a nice thing. In order to get that deep slate and whatnot, I did go. I didn't go into the big cave that we've been teasing lately, but I did go into a little bit of a cave or the cave entrance in order to grab. In order to get these materials, so that's definitely something. I am going to drop these materials here just temporarily while I go and grab some stuff. I decided that I want to grab some mangrove while I'm here. So I'm just going to put down my stuff and let's actually let's do this smartly. We're gonna shear leaves because those are always useful. We are going to smelt some of our iron. I think is a useful thing as well. I also want to smelt some of our cobbles, so I might want to go and get more lava from that direction. Yeah, that direction. There's a lava pool. I think I'm gonna go get some more lava for that. And I want to smelt some of my cobble because I want some stone. I want some stone bricks for our build as well. So I think I will go ahead and do that. I also wanted to see what the recipe is for a stone cutter. Do they not have? I don't understand how the navigation works. So maybe we can find it manually. Or maybe we just don't have the recipe yet. That's also a possibility. It kind of sucks. I may have to just Google that later. So I definitely need wood for my build. I still have no concept of what the actual build will look like. And I'm not going to build it here. We decided we were going to set up camp out there in the flatlands or whatever that biome was called. So I am going to grab a decent amount of wood. So we're going to clear out some mangrove. I think will be really useful. I do want to get some mud out of the mangrove swamp. I think is going to be very useful as well. And I will grab some jungle while we're here. And that means that let's do one thing at a time, I guess. Well, I guess we can just come back here in, 5 minutes or so and swap in the stone. And while that's cooking, we will go and grab some wood. So the next time I bring you guys back, I will have hopefully cleared out at least some of this area. I'm not going to clear out everything, that's going to be too much, but just I want to get a couple stacks of mangrove. I want to get a couple stacks of jungle, and I'll get some roots and shenanigans where I can. It has been a few weeks since I've played on this world. Last session, I gathered a bunch of materials, put it all in this chest boat so I have space for it. The plan was to bring all of this over to the base area. I also cleared out quite a few mangrove trees and some mud and other things. I also found a couple of frogs and whatnot. So all in all, I think it's been a pretty successful mining trip. Should also turn off hitboxes. And I'll just make my way back to our campgrounds. Honestly, I've been thinking a lot about where to go from here. I have a lot of ideas of what to do with this world and my playstyle and all of it. And a lot of it starts with just material gathering. I've also been kind of contemplating what should be included in the general videos that I put up. For now, I'm going to basically just include whatever I think is useful. Now, I do want to kind of go into a couple of things here, I guess. And starting with the fact that there's certain layers of motivation, I guess, that is required to play in this world. And I've been thinking a lot about what my motivations are. And not just what my motivations are, but how am I going to keep myself playing as much as I can. And I honestly, I think I suffer from suffer is the wrong word, definitely, but for lack of better terms it's the word I can think of. So I'm not even sure which direction I'm supposed to be going in. I think I may have just made one giant circle. The issue generally is that I would really like to get started with building. However, in order to build, we need to have a lot of materials, especially building in my playstyle. And in an effort to not overcomplicate the approach, I'm thinking of just going with something super simple in general, in terms of building. Do we have a bed down here by any chance? No. Oh, we have a bed on us. Wow. Okay. So generally speaking, I think I'm going to take it very slow, as I've been saying. That is the approach with all of this, is to take this this world super slow, and we don't have to dive into anything super fancy right away. We also don't need to go overboard with crazy builds yet, even though that is definitely something that I would like to get to as I play. And I think the most important thing with all of this is that it feels almost like paralysis. This is what I'm getting at when with regards to motivation. I have a lot of thoughts and ideas of what I want to do with this world, but then as I think about it more, I keep getting to a place where I'm like, oh, I have this idea, and I have that idea, and I have another idea, and then what ends up happening is I'm like, oh, I have to gather materials. I have to do all of these different things, and then what ends up happening is I lose motivation to actually build because I'm constantly in this loop of, hey, I need to gather more materials. So what I've decided is I'm just going to go ahead and... Is that a panda? That is a panda. Do we have leads? We don't have leads on us, okay. What I would like to do is get started with building a base camp and just have fun in this world and not to stand in my own way. And what I mean by that is if I'm feeling like building, I'll build. If I'm feeling like going on an adventure, I should really just go on that adventure. Like, there's no real reason to hold myself back. I'm constantly thinking about, oh, it would be better to do this or it would be better to do that. And then the end result is that I just spend weeks not entering the world because I'm like, oh, well, before I start building, I need to shear a bunch of sheep for the idea that I have of, let's say, building a campground somewhere. Oh, I should collect cows so that I can breed them up, and then I have XP coming in as well as food. Then I'm like, well, I need to plant wheat in order to do that. Oh, if I'm gonna plant wheat, I should start getting situated with a campground. So it's kind of like a circle. And then I remind myself that I should really go and explore the lush cave because I would like to get moss and clay to make bricks and other types of things. Then I'm thinking about the mud that I gathered from the mangrove biome. And then it dawns on me that, oh, I should have wheat so I can turn that into packed mud. And then on, the circle just turns and turns and turns, and it's basically never ending. So I've decided that I'm just going to work on bringing my stuff over to the campground. And then once we have our stuff at the campground, we are going to go and explore or build a couple of tents, maybe gather some sheep or something, shear them. I don't know, just do the different things. And I have to say that it's been so long that I've been in this world that I can't seem to find where I put my bed and crafting table down. I know it was around here somewhere. There was a small hilltop where I put things. And it was in this direction, in this general direction. That I'm certain of. But I just don't know if I went too far, or what? And this is kind of the never-ending issue. I also need to remember where I put my boat with all the stuff, because I actually thought this river connects all the way up, and it doesn't seem like it does. We have torches there, which is good. I don't think I was across the river, was I? No, I don't think I was. I do remember the pumpkin patch. Oh, I think it was here. Let's get onto a higher vantage point and see what we can find. Oh yeah, those were the pillager people. Oh, there we go. It was up on top of this hill. Wow. Okay. Let's get this going. So we're going to put our crafter down so that this way we can get a couple of double chests out here. I'm still not 100% certain where I'm going to build my campground. For now, I might just build a single tent up here. Maybe we'll move it. Because I'm also thinking forward. Like, it would make more sense to have our campground on the bank of the river as opposed to up here. So this might be a temporary camp, or maybe it will become like a heritage site or something later on. But for now, we're just going to get this going. So let's get a couple of chests. Let's do like this. Another double chest here. And this will become, let's put our woods in here, I guess. Sticks can stay down. Yeah, let's try and keep it organized, at least to some extent. Woods. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. This makes sense. Wood. More wood. Saplings, I think, can come down here. This is technically saplings also. Okay. Maybe we make another set of chests for our stone materials. This is going to become a chest monster very quickly, but I don't think we really have much of a choice right now. So this will be stone. I'm going to keep the dirt on me. Let's get rid of this as well, these woods. I think we can probably organize a little bit better, but it is what it is. I guess we'll make our stone and metals will be one thing. Ingots. I guess we can put our lapis here too. We have gold on us. What else? Diamonds. We don't want to lose that, so that will go up here next to the lapis, I guess. Truth is, we should use this. Maybe this will be for organics or something. And maybe redstone. Yeah, why not? Okay, organics. Sand can stay in here. We really need to re-up our shovel situation, because I have a feeling we're going to have to follow the river. Oh, wait a second. Is that where I left my boat, on that side? That's entirely possible. Okay, so I think before we do anything, I want to see where this river follows to so that I can see if any of it connects up. If it doesn't, then we'll create a docking station on that side. I think that's the plan right now. Already losing things. I think sticks should go in here for now. Let's grab some. Oh, I have stone. I have stone on me. Let's swap out this shovel. Let's swap it out to a fresh axe. Hoe can stay here, I think, for now, because we're not really doing anything with it. Oh my. Is this going to be one of those worlds that it just rains non-stop? It feels like I logged on and it rained, and then I finally got here. Was able to sleep. Well, actually, yes, I logged on. It was raining. I then went to sleep by the sand base, by the desert base. It's a stretch to call it a base, but I went to sleep there. And then now it's raining again. I wonder, does this connect up? And this may be repetitive because maybe I already checked this. I just don't fully remember where I was holding. So, like I said, we're gonna play this nice and slow. Oh, look at that. Different types of rabbits. And a bee looks like a bee was pollinating a cactus flower, so that was interesting. Yeah, I think this does connect up. I just went the wrong way. Or maybe this is two separate rivers. Let's see. But there definitely seems to be a lot of either one very large lush cave below us or quite a few different lush caves below us. Yeah, I think I just went the wrong way. Okay. We're going to continue following this river to where I got the boat, and we're just going to come around the other direction. Yeah, you can actually see. That's where I cleared it all out. Okay, yes, that's definitely what happened. Okay, so I went the wrong direction. I'm glad I emptied my inventory and brought a second boat. Because I can just swap boats right now and travel in the opposite direction. I also have a feeling that I actually did... That we're not very far away. We're just on the other side of that land mass. So I think there is a future where we connect up a lot of these different rivers and create a cohesive sort of structure around here, which would be really cool. Honestly, I am looking forward to playing. Does this connect up? Yes, it does. This is the place that I connected. Okay. Yeah, so I am really looking forward to playing in this world. I think it's a really interesting spawn area, even though I am not really spawned near a village in particular, which would have made the gameplay a lot easier. I think it gives us a reason to explore further. I think it also gives us some unique challenges, like maybe we go and capture a zombie villager, cure him, and breed up, like create a village of our own from scratch. There is a possibility like that. So we'll see what exactly we end up doing. for now, I'm just going to leave everything wide open. Go with the flow. Honestly, I think that's one of the things that's super soothing about Minecraft in particular, in general, is that it's just a giant sandbox. So it's quite the opposite of life, or maybe it's similar to life. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about this too deeply, but I guess life is a giant sandbox. Not everyone can afford to operate as if life was a big sandbox, but if you think about it, life is a sandbox, and the slower you take it, or it's not really about the slower you take it, rather, the more you take it at your own pace, the better off you're generally going to be. Okay, we're hitting a lightning storm. I think we should... Yeah, I think we should sleep. Is that our mound? I think it is. Right? Can't really see from this angle, but I believe it is. Oh, chicken. We're gonna have to definitely terraform a lot. Really excited for that. I think that there's a lot of really cool... Nothing? Did not drop anything. Wow. Okay. Let's reset spawn. Why is there a fire? Is that a lava pool on the other side of that? Probably. Okay. Well, forest fires are natural, so we're gonna keep that running until we don't need to anymore. I guess. Okay. Sheep. We should really get our shears going. Also, we should get rid of as many things as possible from our bundles, because we are carrying way, like, so much extra for no reason. We should also get our wheat farm going real quick. I do think that maybe we should make a list. I think this iron block of raw iron is a block of raw iron that I actually mined. It spawned in a deep slate iron vein, which was really cool. It's not on camera, but I may have mentioned this at the earlier part of this video. I should also mention this is the first episode where I recorded myself gathering materials and then intentionally paused the recording and came back in to record in my next session. Normally, my episodes are just free play, one giant session, and this is the first episode that I'm splicing 2 sessions together. And the previous session was quite a few weeks ago, so I apologize in advance if I am being repetitive for whatever reason. I think this is going to be our organics, so let's put our saplings. Sticks can stay here. This would be... I'm always conflicted about bamboo, because technically bamboo should be a sapling, but it's also really useful raw material. So I don't know. This seems interesting, I guess. Yeah. Okay, melon seeds going to be very useful as well. Leather, again, these are all mob drops, like mob drops, organics. We're gonna sort through a lot of this at the right time. For now, we do need a dumping chest, so I guess this becomes our dumping chest for now. Leaf litter is interesting because it's really useful because it is fuel. It's really useful as early game fuel, I think. Just gonna make a bunch of torches. Can't go wrong with that. Okay. Let's go get our... Should always carry a crafting table on us, just in case. Extra bucket, because why not? I believe leads are craftable now, so that's going to be useful. Is this an entrance to a cave? Oh, maybe. There's a diorite vein down there. That's cool. Okay, so I think for the inventory situation, we are just going to do this manually for now, I guess. Or should we just leave it here? Like, we could just leave it here for now. It's not really being used currently. I guess we'll leave it here for now. There's a couple of things I want to do. First of all, I want to make some shears. And oh, you know what? I had leads. That was it. I had leads, and I locked down some frogs by the mud biome, by the mangrove biome, because I think they're going to be useful later. So now I don't have any leads. And that's okay. Maybe we'll stay up one night and farm some mobs. Oh, that's a cool horse. Okay. Let's grab some shears. I think we should... It's always risky having too much iron on you early game because it's all manually mined. So yeah, I guess. I don't know. 3's good for a pickaxe, I guess. So or a bucket, but I have a bucket. So yeah, I guess that's good for now. Okay, let's try and find some sheep around here. I did see a sheep in this direction. We also found some... We found a naturally spawning pink sheep in one of the previous episodes, which was really cool. I've never seen that before. So that was very, very cool. And we put that pink sheep in the ground somewhere. So we'll have to go find it at some point. We should also... Okay, let's do something right now. I want to get some wheat planted and some wheat seeds planted so that at least they can start growing. And I want to go back to the ruined portal. That is something that we missed. We may as well plant melon seeds and pumpkin seeds. Yes, I think that's what we're going to do as well. Let's get some pumpkin seeds going too. What? I think that's a glitch. Yeah, glitched. I'm sure these will come in handy later when it's time for an iron farm or other types of farms. I think that's going to be handy. Pumpkin. The truth is that I kind of overdid it just now because we don't really need that many pumpkin seeds. We don't need to farm so many pumpkins until we're ready for villager trading, but I guess it doesn't hurt to have a stockpile. In the meantime, we'll just... I think it's overkill. We don't really need that many right now, so we'll just plant 4 and 4. You see, watermelon at least you can use. It's good as either quick food or for potion brewing, which we haven't started yet either. What are the odds that that's going to take down the whole forest? Okay, so let's get to planting, and then we will go back to our sheep. Well, we may as well get some of those sheep now, because they did regrow their wool. You know, I think that if you put fortune, I think that you should be able to put fortune on a shears. Just like you can put unbreaking, you should be able to put fortune, and then this way you get more wool. Let's go kill these guys real quick. Nice critting. Nice. Okay. This is going to become annoying really quickly, having to climb this hill every time, so I think terraforming project is definitely in order at some point. Probably not this episode, but we will try and get to it in the near future. Collecting crossbows here. And potions. And an ominous banner. Okay. Let's eat. Okay, and we will plant some farming. Okay, where are we going to do our initial farming? I think this is a great area to do it in. Although, maybe that area is better. I mean, technically a lot of this is going to become farmland anyway. But personally, I like the greener grass, and that area does not have that green grass, so maybe it's better to have things farmed down there. And once again, we are overthinking the approach for no good reason. How have you not eaten yet? Okay, I think we need to just go ahead and plant. What's the worst that can happen? We'll just move the farm when we're ready to build. So let's go ahead and just build it here. I'm also desperate for some food. So we need to go hunting, ideally, as soon as possible. For now, we'll just make use of this area. This will become our farmland for now. And who knows, maybe it will turn into a fishing area or docking area. We haven't really made any decisions yet. Any permanent decisions, that is. Okay. Cool. Melon seeds. Let's give melons their own sort of patch, I guess. Yeah, doing that with the pumpkins was totally overkill. There was really no reason for it. Going so aggressive with the pumpkin seeds, because we also have pumpkin patches everywhere around this area. So totally unnecessary. Okay. Do we go with... I guess we could build a little bit of an area up on top of the hill. Yeah, I guess so. Can at least get some ground going. Some changes to the ground. We probably also need to collect some wood. Also, we probably want to use... Yeah, we're gonna need like wheat. I like building with packed mud and mud brick. But I guess we will have to do baby steps. In the meantime, however, I do want to... So I don't have free cam, but I do want to kind of create a pathway from out here. This is kind of where we are making our... Nice. Ooh, nice. Okay. We're going to really play around with the look and feel of this, but this is just a rough outline of the general direction we're trying to go in. We also do also want to have some sort of meandering path. This is a little too straight for me, so let's swap this. Okay. Should probably curve a little bit. Let's get rid of this, 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 this. It's just the easiest way to do that. Okay, let's go like this, and like this, and like this. Up. Okay. Again, we're just really like freestyling this right now. But the idea is to make our way to where it's a little easier to route our way up the hill. Right? I don't know. I think that makes sense. It makes sense to me. You know, too tall grass should drop double the seeds. In my opinion. Okay. This is where we're going to start curving into the hill, right? Carving into the hill. So we're going to go like this up here. Naturally, it should be up like that. I have to think about the direction of that. In the meantime, let's find our bed. And like I said, we're going to be taking this real slow. Going at our own pace. I think we should craft a crafting table. Just leave it here. We should also be minding to the sheep as well while we have them here. You should also be able to shear a chicken to get its feathers. Now, I'm all for vanilla Minecraft, and I intend to keep it vanilla as much as I can, other than maybe some quality of life mods or something, but it is always interesting to imagine. Nice. I've honestly never done this before. In all of my time playing Minecraft, I have never sat and collected grass and these types of things. But it feels very cool because I do plan to use a lot of it. So if we're already going to clear out the area, we may as well keep... May as well? I don't know. We might as well keep the materials. Maybe one day we'll plant grass. Okay. So this path is meandering. It's meandering here. Where does it want to go? Does the path want to go to the left? Or does the path want to go to the right? I think the path wants to go to the right and then to the left. That's my assumption here. So in reality, it would probably be filled in a little bit. Maybe the path wants to break up the middle here. Who knows? Yes. Let's make it do things. Okay. We're gonna go in here. We're probably gonna regret these decisions at a later time. For now, do we really have anything to lose by making the path go places? I don't think we really do. I don't think we really... Yes, I think this is the direction. I think this is the direction. We're probably going to have some slabs, some stairs. And because of that, we like to have some space. Some space to maneuver. I think the path wants to go this direction now. Yep, I think this is the right approach. Okay. I do think this is the right approach. Okay, what now? It's gonna meander up this way now. And I think just... Yeah, I think it goes up like this. This is the right approach. Now, if you were to ask me what math am I doing that's making me make these specific decisions, can't tell you. 100% making it up as I go, but it just feels right. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. I think it wants to break into here. fuel's running low. Gained an extra 5% there by combining the shovels. Now, I could say that there are some basic rules that I'm trying to apply here, which is I don't want to have a steep climb. And because I don't want to have a steep climb, I am trying to have a minimum of 2 blocks before I go up, because I'm envisioning there being slabs here and sometimes stairs, but at minimum slabs, which means we don't want to end up in a place where we're putting slabs on the first block, so we're going to end up putting slabs on the second block. Generally, I would like for there to be 3 deep, and therefore I might end up regretting some of this. But that's kind of the fun of the game, that you go where your hand and where your mind takes you. And like, we're setting up camp up there, but for some reason we're making the path go the opposite direction, and that's part of the beauty of this, you know? Once we have camp set up, maybe we will add an auxiliary path that just joins up somewhere, you know, on the other side of the hill or something. Who knows? I certainly don't. Maybe we'll put a retaining wall here. Maybe we'll break this down. Again, no idea. You know, sometimes this does feel a little flat, so maybe we'll take down a little bit of this. Okay. And now we are up here. Once again, I think it wants to turn. Ooh, sheep. While we're up here, let's grab some more shovels. See, this is what I was thinking. If we're going to build on this side, we're probably going to have a village on this side or some sort of buildings or other things. Farmland. Maybe that little peninsula sticking out is where we should really be putting a campground. I'm also kind of a sucker for nostalgia in a Minecraft world. Because of that, I like to have... I like to keep things from the beginning, so if I put something down, chances are I'm going to keep it the way it is. Or I might transport, like transfer to certain things to other areas if they were poorly planned initially. Like I said, big sandbox environment, and we're just going to let things develop organically as we go. Something about this path just feels like it belongs in this direction. Again, this is very rough outline. We haven't yet done anything. Very rough outline, but we will retexture and we will add lighting and other things. This is going to be a very cool environment, but I think for some reason starting with a path just gives a little bit of shape to the ideas that are beginning to form. And even if a lot of this changes afterwards, this is just a, generally speaking, something I like to do when I'm first starting out in an area. And that's not a universal thing. I treat different areas with different sets of shaping, but this just feels like it belongs right now. Like a little path coming up here. I wanted to plant the sugarcane, that's why I brought it. We probably should make a chest down there for... Yeah, I think that's what we will do, because we want to plant different types of organics down there, and we don't want to have to keep coming back up. So let's put a chest or a barrel. See, once again, just can't make up my mind. You can also try something out with the slabs, even though we might be using a different color scheme. For the path, like that's why I brought granite, but we already have slabs on us, so we might as well try it. Now I know this isn't exactly building, and I went on and on before I began here. I went on and on about the fact that we were going to start building at some point during this episode, but we don't always get what we want, right? I think that's some sort of rule. Okay, let's put the hoe down here, even though it's kind of running out of steam. But it's not really bothering anyone, so... Okay, I think this is how it's gonna go. Seemingly, this is how it's gonna go. Very cool. Okay, I do like this path direction we took. We will probably continue this train of thought as we settle into this world a little further. And we will also probably have separate path directions on different sides of the hill, different ways of getting down, different sets of stairs, just creating general connectivity around this area. But in the meantime, I would like to harvest some pork chops, because we are running low on food. I'm on my last cooked mutton. I could cook some beef. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Okay, here's what I was thinking. Let's go ahead and work out some pork chops. And then we'll transform at least some of that, a little bit of that hill. Oh no, that was dumb. Okay, failed experiment right there. Let's get the beef cooking in that case so that we don't. I just have a feeling that this is how it's gonna go. So let's just preemptively get ahead of it for a little bit. And let's go get some more. I think I'm gonna keep the cows intact for now. Let's go after pork. We'll go for the pink pigs first because nice. 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 Do the pink ones yield more pork chops per kill, or is it random? Yeah, I think it is. I think they do. I think they might actually yield more per kill. I think I'm gonna leave these two here so that we don't kill off all the pigs in this area. And for now, I do have enough food. Ooh, donkey. I need to craft a saddle. I wonder if I can get... I wonder if I can get a really fast donkey. Nice. Okay, that is plenty for right now. We do have to get rid of a lot of these tall grass around us because that is primary real estate for creepers to occupy. And it seems like this is becoming a exceptionally long episode, so I think we're going to wrap it up shortly. I think that's our pillar. No. Is that really our pillar? Huh, maybe. Interesting. It might take some time for us to get a sense of direction here. But I'm really liking this environment already. I do think it's pretty cool. Okay. We do have extra seeds on us, that's fine. Should get at least some wool, so that's also good, I guess. Now, the question is, which Y level are we going to settle on? I mean, I know we put our chests here, but we could always move them. Or this can always become an array. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe that's the array for later. We start with the top chests, I guess. So I think I'm going to flatten this little mound down to this level. Let's try and save these guys. Also, while we're here, we might as well go ahead and keep planting seeds that we get, because we will need quite a lot of wheat in general for our different use cases. So let's just keep the planting. Let's just keep planting. Let's combine these guys. Just gonna get rid of these materials for now. I know that we will come back to it. Oh, took too few sticks. I think for now that will suffice. Might need more, but I may also be underestimating how much I'm about to clear. So yeah, I think that we won't really get to building in this episode at all, because I do need to wrap it up. I guess we did build a path, or at least the beginnings of one, and I am looking forward to future episodes where I can really dive into building out more of this area. I wanted to start with just pitching a tent. That's why I was collecting the wool. But I guess we'll get to that in the next episode. Possibly. I do want to explore the lush cave, get some moss, some clay. And generally speaking, explore more and just get things started. Get some saddles, some leads, and hopefully we can get some sort of base set up. And if you're enjoying these type of episodes, I know that they're a little bit longer generally, but if you are enjoying this, please give it a like, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.